Okay, we can start. Right.
Okay. Hello, my name is Ronan and I'm the host. Now I'll be introducing the Alibaba's representatives. They are Timothy, Moey, and Mahadhir. Before going into the talk, Alibaba is the largest e-commerce platform globally. Alibaba has created Taobao to act as a Chinese consumer-to-consumer website that is similar to eBay. This talk will be covering the driving factors of how Alibaba became successful in the Chinese market. Other than that, identifying the underlying opportunities and issues when utilizing an integrated market approach and also a fragmented market approach arises from Alibaba. How the social media has assisted Alibaba in their business will be covered too. Recommendations from Alibaba to flourish and be successful in the global marketplace will be provided. Now, what are the key success factors of Alibaba's business?
Thank you, Ronan. Glad to be here to do the interview. So, to go through the Alibaba success factors, we must look into where Alibaba first started. They started as pretty much a connecting business, usually connecting buyers and sellers, and they also started to make decent profit around year 2002. So, around this year, they launched a service called Alipay and Taobao, and they mainly launched this to fight eBay's market in China and also other competitors that also like disturbing their business there. And during this time, they built already like a pretty huge consumer base in the region, mainly through advertisement and messages, through phone messages. And this in turn attracted a lot of customers because unlike the West, a lot of people in China at the time usually know more about the shops and companies through messages and advertisement, for example, through radio and television. And this is pretty much one of the key marketing strategy where eBay had failed to do and eventually had to remove their business because they did not understand the Chinese market. And Alibaba also helps to find suppliers and also make them AliExpress, which also helps them to sell online materials. By now, it is a very popular site because it doesn't require you to have minimum orders to sell your goods compared to their competitors. And we can estimate that by now, there's more than 73% of the Chinese domestic business-to-business market income is due to Alibaba. And the AliExpress service also sells product to more than 150 countries from Chinese retailers, while also allow the consumers and buyers to sell their goods internationally and locally. If you want to look through their business model and motto, their business model is pretty much to act as a middleman or broker among the consumers and the merchant online, will also motivate them to sell more merchandise. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mahadhir. I would like to know what are the issues or opportunities that may arise in integrating and fragmenting the Chinese consumer market, as well the global marketplace.
So to answer that, I'll be answering the first part of it. Timothy will take care of the rest. So to go in deeper, what are the issues is pretty much with human resources. And when creating the business organization in China, lack of understanding the Chinese traditions in business and experiences in building relationship also be a problem while doing business. And also competitions are a bigger issue when establishing the marketplace in the business with consumers. And this is basically due to more increased foreign business organization entering China. So among the one of the issues, or you can say advantage or disadvantage, depends how you look at it. So pretty much when we create global companies overseas, they bring an ambiguous nationality which comes with the company. So when this kind of thing happen, there's a lot of abuse of power overseas with work industries. So they violate ethical business practices. To look through more deeper, for example, H&M company, which is originally from Sweden. This business had a branch in Cambodia which took advantage of its workers because they did not pay their minimum basic wage. And moreover, there was also issues of workers, about 300 people passing out from the H&M factories because of poor ventilation and chemical fumes. And other issues could be because of child labor. Because we can see businesses, big businesses, for example, like made overseas. There was another case saying that 14-year-old children in Myanmar also have been employed to make clothes for top-selling brands in the UK, like H&M, New Look, and Lonsdale. And this also because of they didn't pay the minimum wage and also encourage more overseas brands to take advantage of this cheap labor. Yet by doing this, they also doubled their profit, or even tripled by 4 years to 787 million pounds. Other factor could be technology. While technology is fine in highly developed countries, if you do business with a less developed country, it'll be a big issue. And companies with a lack of innovation and technology would not be able to uphold their success of company in the original country. So, and public relations with the consumer would also be an issue of a global marketplace environment, because the public image of the company and the brand name would not be recognized due to poor marketing and new geographical location of the company. That'll be all. Thanks for my part.
Thank you, Mahadhir. So moving on, I would like to know how Alibaba uses social media to promote a two-way dialogue between the brand and consumers.
Okay. Before I answer that, Ronan, I think I should be answering about the fragmentation approach and also the integrated approach. For the second question, this is a follow up from Mahadhir's insight. So before I go to the social media part, I would like to talk about the fragmentation approach. Since he has already identified the issues and opportunities in assessing different markets, I will be talking about the approach in going about it. So the fragmented approach allows access to different wants and needs of a market, and create a product or service that is tailored to the needs and wants that are yet to be satisfied by competing firms. So we know that the Chinese market in China is fragmented, so that Alibaba will have to analyze the different needs and wants of different consumers to nurture great opportunities. This enables companies such as Alibaba to tend to the needs and wants of different customer segments. So by fragmenting the market, which is also breaking the market into different small parts, Alibaba is able to respond effectively to multiple sections and characteristics of every market and counter the existing strong competition in that industry. Okay, how about the integrated approach? An integrated approach should be adopted to enable Alibaba to collaborate with vendors and partners in the global marketplace. Because this approach allows businesses to be carried out efficiently and reduce competition in the global market. So for example, if Alibaba wants to expand more in Malaysia, they can collaborate with Boost to help pull customers to purchase Alibaba products. So instead of just paying by Alipay, they can also use Boost to purchase their products, which is great for Malaysian consumers. Yeah, that will be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does Alibaba use social media to promote two dialogue? Is it that?
No. You asked the four questions. The third question.
Oh. How does Alibaba use social media to promote two-way dialogue between the brand and consumers?
Which question is that?
Third.
It's about the. Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, first of all, we have to understand what social media research is. So social media research refers to a collection of tools and techniques of collecting and analyzing data from social networks and the internet. Alibaba should conduct social media research to help them with the global market. So then based on conduct analysis on social media, which is the netnographic analysis and also the sentiment analysis.
So what is netnographic analysis?
Thanks for asking that question. So actually, netnographic analysis basically is an established way to qualitative research formulated specifically to find Basically, economists and scientists on the internet. Ethnographic research is essentially the combination of two words, internet and ethnography. So through ethnographic research, Alibaba is able to obtain an unbiased point of view of consumers. Alibaba should appoint ethnographic researchers to pinpoint what customers say about them on social media. For example, they can analyze the WeChat, which is used by Chinese consumers in China, and also Weibo. So they can see what customers actually say about them by employing ethnographic researchers to see what they are saying about their brand. So in understanding what consumers say about Alibaba through various social media platforms, Alibaba can understand how the online community is and their characteristics and values. This analysis can help Alibaba to facilitate growth in also in international markets, as revenues from their international market was only about 7%. So you can see it's not very high. So they can operate in this case. They can actually operate in countries which share similar cultures, maybe like Malaysia and Singapore, where they also have Chinese people, and they can maybe operate there. And also because and after that they can conduct an ethnographic analysis over different social media platforms in these two countries, such as Facebook and Twitter, because these two uh, would be more widely used in Malaysia and Singapore and not in China. So yeah, the benefits of this analysis is that you can gain readily available information, which can reduce time, and it also enables a company to study natural occurring communities. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And how about the sentiment analysis?
Okay, now that you mention it, the sentiment analysis, on the other hand, is the interpretation and classification of emotions, whether it is positive, negative, or neutral. So basically, it uses like an AI and natural language processing to detect polarity in because it might be positive or negative. Words such as satisfied, happy, content may be considered the positive sentiment, or mad are examples of negative sentiment. So instead of people looking,
So thank you, Timothy. So
okay,
now, okay.
I apologize. I apologize. I was I've I'm not done yet. Sorry.
Oh,
I need to continue on. Sorry. So yeah, sentiment analysis helps to detect polarity, such as positive or negative opinion within text, documents, and sentences. Um, So Alibaba can then analyze multiple comments about them through various social media platforms, and then without actually having people to look over it, and by this they can actually save a lot of time and money. And also the website socialsearch.com helps them to analyze analyze all the positive and negative comments and it is also free. So it is worthwhile for companies such as Alibaba to conduct sentiment analysis. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Thank you.
okay. Thank you, Timothy. So I would like to know, is there any comparison between eBay and Alibaba?
Okay, thanks, Ronan. So eBay and Alibaba are an e-commerce business that connect the buyers and sellers. Both companies generate revenues primarily from the transaction they enable and the marketing service they offer. The only difference is that they use different business model to run their business, and eBay's marketplace is available across the globe, while Alibaba only generating revenue from China. eBay's revenue comes from the seller for listing of products and commission of sale of the product. Sellers list the first 50 items on eBay online marketplace free of cost every month. After that, the company charges the listing fee depending upon the product category, and the company also charges commission fee on the sales of product. Alibaba acts as a middleman between buyers and sellers online and facilitates the sales of goods between the two parties through its extensive network of websites. The largest site, Taobao, operates a free a free marketplace where neither sellers nor buyers are assessed a fee for completing the transactions. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Moey. And what are the recommendations for a future firm to be successful in the global marketplace?
So for the recommendation, for excuse me, for a business to be successful in the global marketplace, one of the ways to do that is organize a live chat. In the modern era, internet is easily accessible by everyone in the world, and there is a rapid growth in the online businesses. With the advanced technologies, people can easily access to the social media such as Facebook and Instagram by using their smartphones. By streaming a live chat in the social media such as Facebook and Instagram, this method allows the seller to reach out to potential customers easily. Next, the seller can use multiple languages to communicate with their customers instead of focusing on the language. For example, Taobao from China only use Chinese language for their online shopping platform. Different people have their own language spoken. By communicating with the customer with their preferable language, the seller can get more customers from different countries. Moreover, the seller can build trust with their customers through a live chat. Trust is very important in helping the seller to gain more sales as people tend to buy products from a seller they trust. Next, the other method is localization. So, what is localization? Localization is the concept that if a product or services is adjusted to the location or culture in which it is sold, it is more likely to succeed in the world market. When doing business, firms should be aware of the culture of the country and provide recognizable product and services to the customers. Business will not survive if firms that did not follow the culture of the country. For example, McDonald's in Malaysia does not include pork burger in their menu as to respect the culture of the Malay people, which they cannot eat pork meat. By using localization, seller can respond to the market and global challenges. It is also important to study the consumer behavior as each customer has its own buying pattern. After studying the customer's behavior and culture, the business will be able to adapt to the global market needs. Furthermore, the third method to succeed in the global marketplace is implementing different payment methods. There are many ways for a firm to receive a payment from customers. For example, credit card or debit card, PayPal, MasterCards, bank transfer, Union Pay, American Express cards, etc. In most countries, credit or debit card and PayPal are commonly used by most firms, but there are also firms that use other payment methods. In the European country, different payment methods are used such as MasterCards in Brazil and Australia, the American Express cards, which is a must-have in North America, bank transfer in Netherlands, Germany, and Poland, and Union Pay in China. By offering different payment to the customers can make payments easily for the product they bought online. Lastly, the firm can implement an eco-friendly business environment. Nowadays, the larger firms are facing problem of dealing with the environment. Many factories needed to produce the product, and the problem arises when dealing with pollution such as air, water, and soil. For example, in China, there are lots of heavy industrialization which causes pollution to the environment and it is affecting their society and economy. As a new firm, implementing an eco-friendly business environment is very important in the global marketplace as well. Green firm seeks to use a few water, energy, raw materials as possible while reducing carbon emission or find ways to use them in an environmental friendly and renewable manner. This corporate strategy minimizes the burden on natural capital and climate change efforts for the firm. In certain situations, energy or raw materials are reused and waste is produced. That's all for my part.
Okay, thank you, Moey. So thank you guys for giving a talk. So after the talk, we understand that about the factors and theories behind Alibaba's success. Other than that, integrated and fragmented market approach were implemented to target foreign consumer markets and not be limited to only Chinese market. Nanographic analysis and sentiment analysis were used by Alibaba to collect feedbacks from consumers about the company and products. Lastly, 4 recommendations have been given, such as using different languages for the businesses, adapting globalization approach, using variety choices of payment methods, and having an eco-friendly business environment. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
for
Ronan.
having us.
Thanks, Ronan, for having us on the talk show. It was nice speaking to you.